I'm the International Director here at the Institute for Human Rights, and I'm happy to see so many of you here, and also happy to welcome a very distinctive panel here to discuss issues through experts. So, what we're seeing is, of course, an increase of the use of public spaces by citizens to express their views as means to exercise their right to participate in the conduct of public affairs. But yet, what we see also are continuous challenges to preserve the enabling environment for this kind of peaceful public participation. So it is a critical issue that we are discussing here today. We'll hear more about this in the presentation by the Euro-Mediterranean Human Rights Network that will present a regional report on freedom of assembly under threat, and also the Egyptian Network for Public Participation, EMPP, and Bassem is here to present their latest study on public participation overview in Egypt. Perhaps just a few words on the engagement by the Institute in Egypt and how we have worked so far. We started our work in Egypt in 2012, following the popular uprising. The strengthening and the knowledge of the public participation was a clear demand from the Egyptian side and also from the Egyptian government, in part because it's being part of the constitutional right. What is more, Egyptian actually has voted in the new constitution in 2014, which states that, and now I'll quote, participation of citizens in the public life is a national duty. So there is a crucial starting point here for this discussion. Between 2012 and 2014, the Danish Institute has cooperated with a number of civil society organizations and also the Egyptian National Council for Human Rights to engage in a constructive dialogue with relevant stakeholders on key activities to promote public participation in Egypt. This is basically the way we operate, is really to try and come in and it becomes a kind of a bridge builder between, for example, the National Human Rights Institution as the Egyptian National Council and also then the civil society. This has most recently developed into a more focused support to the National Council for Human Rights, and we anticipate actually to formalize a partnership between the Danish Institute and the Council in the near future. Through the work of the Institute in Egypt, we have also already achieved some important results. And one of them example is really the establishment of the Egyptian Network for Public Participation that consists of 23 NGOs in 10 governorates. We've supported the ENPP since its birth, and we are really proud to see that today you're launching a study based on the work that has been done since 2012. The network is also currently working to formalize its cooperation with the National Human Rights Council in Egypt. So I hope that today's seminar will give us an opportunity to understand and perhaps discuss more in-depth aspects of the human rights situation in Egypt, based on informed and constructive analysis. And I think the two reports that you will hear about will give us that basis, including also then the expertise that we have in the panel. So we both have these experts and civil society representatives from Egypt and Denmark here that will help us to understand the complexity of the situation in Egypt and also to give some input for future scenarios. I leave it to Professor Jakob Skovgaard to introduce the panel, but I'd like to finish with a quote from the report here that you should also take when you leave, and it's really, I think, so essential, but it's still very much true, and I quote, "Active citizens are informed citizens. Individuals cannot exercise rights that they are unaware of." I think it's a critical point to realize, and it's really a way to really generate the public participation that you discussed today. So I'll wish you a fruitful seminar, and I'll congratulate you already on the results achieved. And I hope that the partnerships that I mentioned and that we anticipate to go into will really push this agenda further in the future. So thank you very much and welcome again to the Institute.
Thank you very much.